What if the key to reclaiming your energy from diabetes wasn't just about what you remove from your plate? What if the real power and the power to feel like yourself again is found in what you add back in? Stay with me, because a simple story about a garden and a grandmother's recipe box might just change everything you thought you knew.
Her name is Linda, and for most of her 72 years, her hands were her story. They were hands that had kneaded dough for countless family dinners, that had steadied a grandchild's first wobbly steps on a bicycle, and that had, for 40 years, coaxed life from the soil in her backyard garden. That garden was her sanctuary, her pride. But lately, the story her hands told was one of betrayal. The diagnosis of type 2 diabetes hadn't been a surprise, but its quiet thievery was a constant shock. It wasn't just the finger pricks or the doctor's warnings, it was a thief of moments. It stole the energy she needed to get on the floor and build a block tower with her grandson. It clouded her mind, making the familiar steps of her famous lasagna recipe feel like a complex puzzle. And today, it was stealing her garden. After just a few minutes of pulling weeds, a wave of dizziness washed over her, and the world tilted. Defeated, she retreated back inside, her hands empty. The joy was gone, replaced by a dull, persistent ache of frustration. Linda had always been the rock, the one who organized the church bake sale, the one whose home was the hub for every holiday. Her identity was woven from threads of energy, of giving, of doing. But this struggle with her blood sugar was actively unraveling that identity, thread by thread. The fatigue was a constant, unwelcome guest, a heavy blanket that smothered her motivation. Her vision would blur at unpredictable times, turning the pages of her favorite novels into a meaningless smudge, another simple pleasure, stolen. The daily erosion was the hardest part. It was 1,000 tiny defeats that piled up into a mountain of despair. It was the "no, honey, grandma's too tired to play tag today." It was the half-finished crossword puzzle, abandoned because the words wouldn't come. It was the quiet embarrassment of asking her daughter to help read the labels at the grocery store. Each instance was a small paper cut to her soul, a reminder of the independence she was losing. One evening, in the deep quiet of her kitchen, she felt the full weight of it all. She looked at the empty chair where her husband used to sit, and a single, devastating thought surfaced from the depths of her fear. "I'm becoming a ghost in my own life." It was a moment of absolute reckoning, a terrifying acknowledgement of the slow fade she felt was her destiny. But then, something shifted. Her fingers brushed against a faded index card with her mother's elegant cursive. The recipe was simple, almost laughably so. Mama's potent spinach. A memory surfaced, clear and bright. Her mother, energetic and wiry well into her 80s, humming in the kitchen, crediting her greens for her vitality. It wasn't a lightning bolt, but a flicker, a tiny spark of defiance against the encroaching grey. A new thought took root, gentle but firm. What if the answer isn't in a new pill, but in an old recipe? That small spark grew. It began with spinach, then expanded. Linda started not with a diet of deprivation, but with a mission of addition. She rediscovered her kitchen not as a place of confusing chores, but as a laboratory of healing. This wasn't a miracle. There were still good days and bad days, but the good days started to outnumber the bad. The energy returned, not in a flood, but like a slow, rising tide. She was reclaiming the moments, one meal at a time. The true victory wasn't just the steadier numbers on her glucose meter. It was the moment she found herself on the floor, effortlessly building a magnificent block castle with her grandson, his laughter the sweetest sound she'd ever heard. Linda's journey wasn't about a magic cure. It was about rediscovering the profound power hidden in the aisles of the grocery store, a power that's available to every single one of us. Her story isn't just her own. It's a testament to the fact that you can rewrite your own health story, starting today.
Linda's story is why we're here today, because so many of us have been handed a diagnosis that feels like a life sentence of limits. You've been told to just eat your vegetables, but did anyone ever explain that some are merely good for you, while others are true, undisputed powerhouses for managing blood sugar? Did they tell you that certain vegetables contain compounds that can actually improve how your body uses insulin? The answer, for most of us, is no. We've been given the headline but not the details. That's what we're going to change right now. In the next few minutes, we're going to embark on a countdown. We'll journey through 10 remarkable vegetables, starting with a foundational ally, and building our way up to the most potent, most surprising, and most effective choices for taking control of your health. You absolutely must stay for our number one reveal. It's a vegetable that traditional medicine has revered for centuries, and modern science is now confirming its incredible, almost unbelievable power. Learning about it could fundamentally change how you stock your kitchen and manage your well-being. So if you're ready to turn knowledge into power, hit that subscribe button and join our community of healthy, empowered seniors. Just a quick important reminder. All the information shared today is for educational purposes. Everyone's health situation is unique, so please consult your doctor or healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet or health regimen, especially if you have pre-existing conditions or are on medication. Let's use this knowledge to have informed discussions with them. All right, let's begin our journey. Our hydrating foundation, the cucumber. We start with a vegetable many of us think of as simply crunchy water. But to dismiss the humble cucumber is to miss a crucial piece of the blood sugar puzzle. The problem for many people with high blood sugar is a quiet, creeping dehydration. When there's excess sugar in your blood, your body works overtime to flush it out through urine, taking precious water with it. But this very process can concentrate the sugar that remains, creating a vicious cycle. To truly grasp how this works, let's use an analogy. Imagine your bloodstream with high sugar is like thick, slow-moving syrup. It's sluggish, and it puts a strain on your entire system. Now the high water content in cucumbers, about 95%, is like adding just the right amount of pure, clean water to that syrup. Therefore, it helps thin it out, allowing it to flow smoothly and making it far easier for your body to process and manage. It's a simple foundational step in creating a better internal environment. Health experts also highlight that cucumbers contain compounds that may help regulate insulin production and slow the digestion of carbohydrates. So, whether you're adding slices to your water or chopping them into a salad, you're not just hydrating. You're actively supporting your body's blood sugar management system from the ground up. The heart's protector, the tomato. Next up, a vegetable that's technically a fruit but is a non-negotiable ally in our kitchen. We're talking about the rich, vibrant tomato. A major concern for anyone managing diabetes is the increased risk of cardiovascular issues. High blood sugar can, over time, damage blood vessels and increase blood pressure. So finding foods that protect our heart is not just a bonus, it's essential. Many people focus only on the low-carb nature of tomatoes, which is certainly a benefit. However, their real superpower lies in a potent antioxidant called lycopene. This is the compound that gives tomatoes their brilliant red color. Think of your blood vessels like the intricate system of pipes in your home. Over time, high pressure and impurities, in this case oxidative stress from high blood sugar, can cause rust and damage. Lycopene acts like a master plumber, a protective coating that flows through those pipes, neutralizing the damaging free radicals and reducing inflammation. A 2011 study in the International Journal of Food Science and Nutrition found that daily consumption of raw tomatoes reduced blood pressure in people with type 2 diabetes. As a result, researchers concluded that tomatoes could play a key role in decreasing cardiovascular risk. That makes every tomato you eat a delicious investment in your long-term heart health. The sweet ally, the carrot. Now for a vegetable that has been unfairly villainized in some circles, the carrot. Many hear sweet and immediately think bad for blood sugar. The conflict here is a common misconception that all sugars are created equal. We're taught to fear sugar, but the way our body processes that sugar is what truly matters. It's the difference between a sudden tidal wave and a gentle rolling tide. High glycemic foods are like that tidal wave, flooding your system with sugar all at once and forcing your pancreas to work frantically. Carrots, despite their sweetness, are low on the glycemic index. The sugar they contain is bound up in a tight matrix of fiber. Imagine trying to get sand out of a tightly woven wicker basket. You can only shake it out a few grains at a time. That's how fiber works with the sugar in carrots. It ensures a slow, steady release into the bloodstream. Therefore, you get the satisfying sweetness and a wealth of nutrients without the dangerous spike. Furthermore, carrots are packed with beta-carotene, which our bodies convert to vitamin A. This is critically important for eye health, as diabetics are at a higher risk for conditions like diabetic retinopathy. So, enjoying carrots is a smart way to satisfy a sweet craving while actively protecting your precious eyesight. The anthocyanin shield. The cabbage. Our next crucial secret is one of the most affordable and versatile vegetables you can buy. Cabbage, especially the beautiful purple variety. The problem we're tackling here is insulin resistance and the chronic inflammation that often accompanies it. When your cells become resistant to insulin, sugar can't get in to be used for energy, causing it to build up in the blood. Many people think of cabbage as just a base for coleslaw, a simple filler, yet that vibrant purple color signals the presence of powerful antioxidants called anthocyanins. These are the same compounds found in blueberries and other superfoods. Let's use an analogy. Think of your cell's insulin receptors as tiny, sensitive locks. Inflammation and oxidative stress can rust these locks, making it difficult for the insulin key to fit and open the cell door for glucose. The anthocyanins in purple cabbage act like a specialized rust remover. They actively reduce that inflammation and oxidative stress, cleaning and protecting the locks. As a result, your body's own insulin can work more effectively. Studies have shown that diets high in these compounds can improve insulin sensitivity and lower fasting blood sugar. This humble, inexpensive vegetable is truly a shield for your cells. The low-carb chameleon, the cauliflower. Let's move on to a true game-changer in the low-carb world, a vegetable that has become a star for a very good reason: cauliflower. One of the biggest challenges for those of us managing blood sugar is giving up starchy comfort foods, potatoes, rice, pasta. These foods can cause significant blood sugar spikes and make weight management difficult. Cauliflower's magic lies in its versatility. It's a master of disguise, a culinary chameleon. It can be mashed like potatoes, riced like rice, or even turned into a pizza crust. This isn't just a trick, it's a powerful strategy. By swapping high-carb staples for cauliflower, you dramatically reduce the glycemic load of your meals. But its benefits go deeper than just being a substitute. It's incredibly high in fiber, which slows glucose absorption. Moreover, what science is increasingly telling us is that cauliflower is a fantastic source of a nutrient called choline. Think of your liver as the body's central processing plant, responsible for managing fats and toxins. For people with diabetes, especially those managing weight, the liver can become overwhelmed. Choline is like an efficiency expert for your liver, improving fat metabolism and supporting detoxification pathways. Therefore, enjoying cauliflower not only helps you avoid blood sugar spikes, but also supports the very organ responsible for keeping your metabolic health in check. The healthy fat guardian, the avocado. For our fifth strategy, we turn to another food often mistaken as a vegetable, the avocado. For years we were told to fear fat, but we now know that the right kind of fat is not just good for us, it's essential for managing diabetes. The core issue here again is insulin sensitivity. When your cells don't respond well to insulin, your body has to produce more and more of it, leading to a state of exhaustion for your pancreas. The monounsaturated fats in avocados are the key. Here's a simple way to picture it. Imagine your cell membranes are like gatekeepers. When they become stiff and rigid, often due to a diet high in unhealthy fats, they don't respond well to insulin's knock. The healthy fats from avocados, however, help keep these cell membranes fluid and flexible. As a result, the gatekeepers are more responsive, and insulin can do its job much more efficiently. This means your body doesn't have to shout so loudly by producing excess insulin to be heard. Research consistently suggests that consuming these healthy fats can reduce insulin resistance. Plus, avocados are packed with fiber, which slows digestion and leads to incredibly stable blood sugar levels. Adding avocado to a meal is a powerful way to guard your body against insulin resistance. The nerve-nourishing sprout, the Brussels sprout. As we move up our list, we're getting into some truly potent vegetables. And our fourth essential habit involves a vegetable that, for many, is a rediscovered childhood foe, the Brussels sprout. A devastating complication of long-term diabetes is neuropathy, nerve damage that can cause pain, tingling, or numbness, especially in the hands and feet. This occurs because high blood sugar levels can damage the delicate nerve endings over time. What makes Brussels sprouts so special is that they are a rich source of an antioxidant called alpha-lipoic acid, or ALA. Many leading nutritionists agree that ALA is a uniquely powerful compound. Think of your nerves as insulated electrical wires. In diabetic neuropathy, the insulation begins to wear away, causing the electrical signals to short-circuit. Alpha-lipoic acid acts as a repair crew for that insulation. It's both water and fat-soluble, meaning it can work in every part of the cell to protect against oxidative stress. Therefore, it not only helps improve insulin sensitivity, but may also aid in regenerating and protecting those fragile nerve endings. Paired with their high fiber content, which prevents blood sugar spikes in the first place, Brussels sprouts are a crucial tool for protecting your nervous system. The nutrient-dense powerhouse, kale. Now we arrive at a true titan of the vegetable world, a leafy green that has earned its superfood status, kale. The challenge for anyone over 60, especially with diabetes, is getting the maximum nutritional bang for every calorie. We need to fuel our bodies with a dense array of vitamins and minerals to fight inflammation, support our systems, and manage blood sugar. Kale is the definition of nutrient density. It's packed with vitamins A, C, and K, along with minerals and powerful antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which are vital for protecting our eyes. But for our purposes, two components stand out. Its high fiber content and, like Brussels sprouts, its alpha-lipoic acid. Let's use another analogy. Imagine your digestive system is a long, winding river. When you eat a high-carb meal with no fiber, it's like dumping a load of sand directly into the river. It sinks quickly and clogs things up, causing a sudden rise in the water level, your blood sugar. The fiber in kale is like mixing that sand with buoyant, slow-moving logs. It keeps everything moving at a gentle, controlled pace. As a result, the sand, sugar, is released into your system gradually. Studies have shown that a high-fiber intake can significantly lower blood glucose levels. Kale is a true powerhouse for delivering that essential fiber and a host of other protective nutrients. The sulforaphane superstar, the broccoli. We are now at our top two, and the runner-up is one of the most well-researched and powerful vegetables for diabetes management, broccoli. The problem we're directly targeting here is the liver's overproduction of glucose. Even when you haven't eaten, a diabetic's liver can sometimes release too much stored sugar, leading to high fasting blood sugar levels. Broccoli contains a remarkable sulfur-based compound called sulforaphane. It's a well-regarded principle that this compound is what gives broccoli its unique, slightly bitter taste, and it's also the source of its incredible power. Think of your liver's glucose production as a faucet. In people with type 2 diabetes, that faucet can be leaky or stuck in the on position. Sulforaphane acts like a master plumber who comes in and helps regulate that faucet, turning down the flow of glucose. The results are astonishing. A landmark study published in Science Translational Medicine revealed that a concentrated broccoli sprout extract containing sulforaphane could lower fasting blood sugar levels in individuals with type 2 diabetes by up to 10%. This effect is nearly on par with some common diabetes medications. Therefore, incorporating broccoli into your diet is one of the most direct, scientifically backed ways to naturally support your body in managing its glucose production. The blood sugar game changer, the bitter melon. And now we've arrived at our number one, the ultimate secret. This is a vegetable you may not be as familiar with, but it is without a doubt a game-changing revelation for anyone serious about managing blood sugar. We are talking about bitter melon. For centuries, this unique, bumpy green gourd has been a cornerstone of traditional medicine in Asia, Africa, and the Caribbean for treating diabetes. And modern science is finally catching up, revealing exactly why it's so potent. The ultimate challenge in diabetes is finding ways to lower blood glucose effectively and naturally. Bitter melon contains not one, but three distinct anti-diabetic compounds that work in powerful synergy. It contains charantin, which has been shown to have a blood glucose lowering effect, vicine, and an insulin-like compound known as polypeptide P. To understand its power, let's use a final analogy. If your body's insulin is a single key that can unlock your cells, bitter melon is like a master locksmith that arrives with 3 different tools. It can work on peripheral tissues, helping them absorb glucose. It contains a lectin that helps suppress appetite, reducing the overall glucose load. And it provides its own insulin-like compound to assist the process. It attacks the problem of high blood sugar from multiple angles. A clinical trial published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology showed that a daily dose of bitter melon significantly reduced blood glucose levels in patients with type 2 diabetes. This isn't just a vegetable, it's a therapeutic food. It can be an acquired taste, but it can be added to stir-fries, stuffed or juiced. It's a profound testament to the power of nature to provide real solutions. And there you have it, our ultimate blood sugar game changer, bitter melon. Its unique properties are precisely why we saved it for last, as it truly represents the incredible potential hiding in the produce aisle. We've covered so much ground today, from our hydrating foundation, the cucumber, building up through the heart's protector, the anthocyanin shield, all the way to our sulforaphane superstar and our ultimate game-changing revelation. Each one is a powerful tool you can add to your health toolkit. Which of these insights resonated with you the most? Perhaps it was the surprising science behind broccoli or the ancient wisdom of bitter melon. Which one are you thinking of trying first? I would genuinely love to hear your thoughts. Please share them in the comments below. If you found this journey valuable, please give this video a thumbs up. It truly helps others in our community find this information. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more powerful health strategies tailored for us. Until next time, stay healthy, stay curious, and keep thriving.